Hi there and welcome back to our IGTV Black Box series. My name is Cecilia and today I'm catching up with Louis Deslis, who you may recognise from episode 10 of our Black Box series. However, today is all about Patchwork. Louis, we saw Patchwork at Smock Alley Theatre as part of the Seen and Heard Festival back in February. And now we have another chance of seeing it as part of this year's Dublin Fringe Festival. Is this your first year being involved with the Dublin Fringe Festival?
Yeah, it is, yeah. I've never done it before, so it's very exciting. Very
exciting. Very big for you as you're bringing your own script. Patchwork, described as an odyssey of a young Frenchman in Dublin. Can you tell our followers how Patchwork came about?
So it started a while ago now. It was right after I'd graduated from the Gaiety, and I was in LA, and it was a very lonely time of my life. I was working there, a completely different field. It was nothing to do with acting. And I was staying in a condo in LA, and I was really, really bored and lonely, and I was sitting by the pool, so it was kind of idyllic surroundings like that, and I started writing like a little poem kind of thing, and that was the first sort of piece that ended up becoming Patchwork. And so from there I wrote a little bit in New York, and then I wrote a lot in Dublin, and so I just sit down somewhere and write about my experience of being in that place, namely like a restaurant or just a park or whatever. And so it started off as like a spoken wordy thing, and when I decided to submit it for Seen and Heard, I made it into more of a play, structure-wise, and I gave it a narrative, and I tied all the pieces together, and that's why it's called Patchwork. Yeah, so that's how it all started.
And you were saying earlier that you've touched up the script a little bit more now for September.
Yeah, a lot actually. So what happened was I did it in Seen and Heard, and a company called Red Bear, it's Avi McCann and Tracy Martin decided to take it on and apply it for the Fringe with it. And the piece that I performed in Seen and Heard was only 25 minutes.
Okay.
And in order for it to become a full show, 1 hour show, obviously a lot of rewrites, but also just extending on a lot of stuff, and really asking the question, okay, what is it that we're trying to do with this, and who is it for, and what story are we telling? And so from asking those questions has come a real sort of want to go deeper and tell a fuller story.
How did you find that process yourself?
I'm still in the thick of it, and it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard as hell. Because it's such a personal story, it's autobiographical, and it needs to resonate with people. It can't just be for me. And so it's hard. Writing is hard, and writing truthfully is even harder. And I think because I care about it so much, and I think it's true of any writer obviously, but in this particular case, because it is autobiographical, I really want it to be good, and I want it to be accessible. And so it's a lot of work. It's great, but it's a lot of work.
As the author and performer of Patchwork, besides yourself, who, be it actor, celebrity or other, would you like to see tackle this character?
Yeah, like that's a really tricky question. It's hard because it's the character isn't me, but it's very much a character that I built around my own experiences, and so I don't know. It would have to be someone who speaks English and French, and who has a thorough understanding of what it is to live in Ireland as a French person. I'm not entirely sure that I know anyone who would want to do that or could do it. The only young bilingual actor I can think of right now is Timothée Chalamet, the American guy, and he's a phenomenal film actor. But he's American, so I don't know, would he have any understanding of Ireland? I think it'd be interesting to see it, because it really, tackles themes of sexuality and coming of age and all that. And so I think it'd be interesting for it to be played by a woman.
Nice.
And I don't know why, I'm thinking my little brother. It would be interesting if my little brother did it.
Okay, why do you say that?
Because he would have a different perspective on it. You know, he would have witnessed a bit of those stories as an outsider. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure.
You can take that question home with you, but we'll
yeah,
put
I am.
call out
Yeah.
if anyone's watching.
Who would want to do Patchwork?
But after seeing a performance of Patchwork, what will the audience take home?
Hopefully they'll have fun. I think there's a lot of fun and a lot of comedy in the piece. There's a lot of funny situations. Like, my accent is weird, obviously, and my use of the English language is very much my own, and it's different from other people's, as it should be, because it's my second language. So hopefully fun, and hopefully people will leave asking themselves, okay, hopefully people will recognize themselves in some of the characters that I'll be playing. Because it's about, you know, being a really privileged immigrant. It doesn't get much more privileged than, you know, white male immigrant, but I'm an immigrant nonetheless. This is not the country I was born in, and I moved here when I was 18, and so hopefully people will kind of maybe ask themselves, oh, do I do that? You know, do I say those things? It's about microaggression, it's about little things, and hopefully people will go, I wonder, do I do that? Or do I know someone who does that? And it's also about empathy, and like genuine empathy. And we live in a day and age where Instagram and all those things, and Facebook, sometimes we're disconnected, and sometimes we, you know, put a French flag over our profile pictures instead of actually sitting down with someone and being like, hey, are you okay? Do you need help? Do I have a genuine connection with you? So hopefully people will leave asking themselves questions, and asking yourself questions.
Where and when can people catch a performance?
So it's on in the Dublin Fringe Festival in the Project Art Centre in the Cube, and we're on from the 11th to the 14th of September, and then again the second week, the 19th to the 21st, and you can get tickets from the Dublin Fringe Festival website and from the Project Art Centre, either from their website or if you ring their box office directly.
Brilliant, and if people want more information?
There is a lot on the Red Bear website, so redbearcompany.com and redbeartheatre.com. I'd have to check that, I'm not sure.
We'll pop it down.
Yeah, or on the project website, or my own Instagram, or
which is
it's LOUPDESLIS, so it's Lou Deslis. And yeah, I think that's where you can find out more about it.
Louis, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
And we will absolutely see you this year's Dublin Fringe Festival. Enjoy it.
Thank you.